Hi everyone, thanks so much for joining us for our M program overview. I'm Andrea Calderon, Associate Director of Admissions at Kellogg and Program Manager for M. I've been with Kellogg for the last 5.5 years, always managing the M program. It's a program that's unique, exciting, and I'm thrilled to be able to tell you about it today. But before we talk about M now, we should talk a little bit about M history. The M program has been around in various versions since 1991. Kellogg has always partnered with our McCormick School of Engineering with this state-of-the-art program. The program began as a Master of Management in Manufacturing and has evolved into the innovative dual degree program we see today. Currently, students earn 2 degrees, the MBA from Kellogg School of Management and a Master of Science in Design Innovation from the Siegel Design Institute at the McCormick School of Engineering at Northwestern University. A bit of a mouthful, but we believe the value proposition is second to none. M focuses on the intersection of business, design, technology, and innovation. We have 66 students starting this program each summer and are immersed in hands-on opportunities at both schools. M students gain a wide and well-rounded skill set from both Kellogg and Siegel. They obtain a strong general business foundation from the Kellogg side of the house and a creative, human-centered design skill set at Siegel. Throughout their 2 years, M's build a holistic point of view and leadership skill set. Another way that we view it is as a whole-brained perspective and whole-brained approach, where each part of the curriculum positions M's for roles across many different industries to drive impact through innovation of services, products, and experiences. So with M, we want to give you several different skills. We want to give you the ability to drive an innovation life cycle, for opportunities for hands-on experiential learning opportunities, and the ability to translate between diverse stakeholders. With M, you'll tackle business problems from end to end. M explores where business, design, technology, and innovation meet. With this intersection, classes were crafted carefully as a partnership between Kellogg and Siegel with intentionality. We truly believe M is one of a kind. So next we'll give you a quick visual overview of the curriculum so you can see how things are integrated. On the Kellogg side of the house, M's build a strong general management and business foundation. You'll take important courses like strategy, marketing, and analytics, and be fully integrated with Kellogg students across all of our full-time programs. On the Siegel side of the house, you'll learn and practice human-centered design. M's take those classes as a cohort, and they're only available to M's. Hands-on courses like Research Design Build give an immersive experience working with a real-life client and designing solutions from end to end. There are several courses that are integrated and crafted just for M's, combining both business and design. M's complete their experience with Business Innovation Lab, which is a 2-quarter capstone project with a company focused on solving a business problem or creating an innovation. In the past, students have worked on projects for Maserati, the Field Museum, Harley-Davidson, and others, and have presented their findings and recommendations to the C-suites of those companies. So let's sum up the M academic experience. M's complete the 2 degrees in just 28.5 credits, only 1 additional quarter of coursework to our 2-year MBA. They have the opportunity to take part in an internship over the summer between their 1st and 2nd years. And in addition to the courses affiliated with the degree, M's have room for 12 Kellogg electives, can study abroad, take part in our San Francisco quarter, and take advantage of all of the Kellogg and McCormick student life and career offerings. If you're curious about the exact order of how classes are taken, please visit the M website where it's outlined in detail. So next, let's talk about the spaces M's call home. M's have access to facilities both on the Kellogg and McCormick side of the house. At Kellogg, students are part of our global hub. It opened in March of 2017, and we've been thrilled to have this beautiful lakefront space to call home, and it's a state-of-the-art space that's focused on collaboration. Within the global hub, we find M students especially taking advantage of the Galvin Family Design Wing. The wing consists of the Larry Levy Entrepreneurship Studio and the Philip Kotler Innovation Lab. Students can work on ideas, hear guest speakers, and engage with artists and entrepreneurs and residents. On the McCormick side of the house, M's have access to Northwestern's Ford building. In the Ford building, students have access to a design shop where they can work on prototypes, as well as a M lab that's their very own and exclusive to M's. The lounge was actually recently doubled in size, so now students have even more space to work on projects and prototypes. So we think that all of these spaces really set the scene for the second-to-none culture that M's have access to. We believe that M culture is one of the differentiators that really sets this program apart. Triple M's start with their cohort of 66, a quarter before the two-year students arrive, so they have an opportunity to bond and really have their run of campus. It's a lot of fun, and not to mention being in Chicago in the summer is just about the best time to be here. Triple M's are fully integrated into Kellogg life once the two-year students arrive. So they have the benefit of their small and tight-knit group, but also access to the greater Kellogg community. We often hear Triple M's referring to themselves as the family, so it's family with 3 M's, or Triple M. In addition to this unique culture and having the best of both worlds, Triple M's come from a variety of backgrounds. We don't require that students have a STEM degree or a STEM background to be eligible. So we see students coming from all different industries, consulting, finance, tech, nonprofit, as well as from all around the world. After school, we see our alumni taking diverse roles across industries, but some common roles we've seen in the last several years are product management, product marketing management, design and innovation consulting, and roles throughout the tech sector, from big box companies to smaller startups. As a result, we've seen Triple M's take roles that really focus on that intersection between innovation, business, and design. You can see on this slide a small sampling of some of the companies that recruited Triple M over the last several years. So in addition to career offerings, student life, and our culture, Triple M's also have the added benefit of access not only to the Kellogg Alumni Network, but also McCormick's network as well. Alumni often visit campus to speak, engage with, and student clubs to recruit students for their companies. So now we want to shift gears and talk a little bit about the application process and what happens when someone on our team opens up an application and begins to evaluate it. So we value individuals who have many different qualities, but when we look at all of our Kellogg student body, we see several different traits that emerge. We see students who can motivate a team to drive impact, who are not afraid to question the status quo, who are creative and seek diversity, and who are eager to collaborate. So how we evaluate that varies in our application. So when looking at an application on our team, it's an incredibly holistic process. Our team looks at every single part of your application, and no part of the application is weighed as more important than the other. But we do break things down into a few different qualities, which you can see here. We look at intellectual ability. So with intellectual ability, it's not just your test scores, your GMAT, your GPA, or your GRE. It's really your problem-solving abilities and your critical thinking skills, and we see that throughout your application. We look at your work experience. We look for tangible and hands-on work experience. We look that you've taken on interesting projects that add value to your company. Our average number of years of work experience is right around 5, and we do value individuals that have strong work experience. We look at your professional goals. So we want to know that you're able to connect how the MBA is going to help you throughout your career, that you've thought about your short-term and long-term goals, and certainly where Triple M will fit into those. We look at leadership, but leadership can mean a lot of things. It can be leading a team, it can be influencing your peers, it can be managing a large-scale project, but we want to hear about when you've really put that leadership hat on and been proud of it. We look at impact. So we look at things that you've done beyond the bullet points in your job. We look at how you've made an impact in your organization, or if you've made an impact in an organization outside of work, and we want to hear about how you'll make an impact at Kellogg. And finally, we look at your interpersonal skills. This is really, truly at the heart of all things Kellogg. We look for people who are passionate about working on teams because we believe that business decisions are not made in a bubble and that you have to consider those around you. So we look for people who are really passionate about teamwork and who are eager to learn in the team-based method. So as I said, it's a combination of all of these things. Not one is more important than the other. We know that people come to the application process with strengths and weaknesses, and that's totally okay. We want to hear your story as we look at your application. So next, I want to talk about the different rounds to apply. So good news, our application is open, so you can go home and start filling it out right away. We're thrilled to have 3 rounds of application that you can submit to Kellogg. We have our round 1 application coming up in mid-September, our round 2 deadline in January, and our round 3 deadline in April. The headline here is apply when your application is at its best and ready. Generally, we advise that Triple M's apply in round 1 or round 2 because the program does begin at the end of June, so it's a bit of a tight turnaround with a May 13th decision date with round 3. But really, you should apply when your application is at its very best. We don't have a preference with round 1 or round 2 or round 3. And finally, we don't want this to be the end of our conversation. Please continue to engage with us. We have several different ways that you can continue to have the conversation with Kellogg. We have preview days coming up where we'd love to host you on campus for a full day of programming. We have our campus visit program, which will start in late September, where you can come and have a full day on campus. And we have several webinars that you can also view in addition to this one. I would highly encourage you view our tips and process webinar with my colleague Christy Heaton. She dives a little bit more deep into those different admissions criteria. It's about 20 minutes long and definitely worth viewing if you're working on your application. In addition to those ways to come to campus or engage with us, I highly recommend our social media channels as well. I particularly love our Instagram channel. There's a lot of fun kind of day in the life things that are happening with our students right now. And finally, if you have questions that are related to Triple M, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to answer your questions, schedule a call, and talk about all the things that I think make Triple M a program that's second to none. And if you have general MBA admissions questions, please feel free to reach out to our team at mbaadmissions@kellogg.northwestern.edu. I want to take the time to thank you for taking the time to view this video. It's been a pleasure speaking with you about Triple M.